Hello and welcome to our online seminar about the Digital Hub at ACHEMA 2021. My name is Marlene Etschmann. I am a communications manager for ACHEMA and I will disappear behind the scenes shortly. I just wanted to let you know some housekeeping information. I am trying my best to keep all microphones muted. But if you are joining us via telephone, my options are limited. So if you are on the phone, please make sure your speaker is muted, otherwise the whole seminar can hear you, which can make for a pretty embarrassing experience. Now, although the microphones are muted, we would love to take your questions about the Digital Hub. And for this, you can use the questions option in your control panel. There's a small white triangle. If you click on it, the window will open and then you can type in your question anytime. What you type in there is only visible for Andreas and for me. And while he is presenting you the seminar, I will collect your questions and will forward them to him at the end of the seminar in the Q&A session. Now, obviously, you have a certain interest in ACHEMA, as you are here today, but we would like to know a little bit more about you and especially your relation with ACHEMA. So I'm going to show you a short poll and you please check the box which is most appropriate for you. Maybe you are here today to hear for the first time about ACHEMA, or you have been there as a visitor in the past. Maybe you have already exhibited there, or you are registered for the upcoming ACHEMA as an exhibitor. And it's also okay, of course, to be not in the mood for a poll today. So please make your choice now. And I will leave you now in the capable hands of Andreas Konert. He is the head of business development for ACHEMA. Andreas, the floor is yours.
Hello and welcome everybody to our today webinar about the ACHEMA Digital Hub. And I'm really happy to see so many viewers from all around the world. So welcome everybody. I'm not going to say good morning as it's 11 o'clock in Germany, but it could be in different time zones, different times. So welcome anyways. And I hope we can enjoy these next 20 minutes or so. I've seen many of you have some experience at ACHEMA, so I'm going to keep that part a little bit short, but also 10% have not yet been to ACHEMA at all, so we need to take that into account as well. I will go into some of the information about the trade show that we see as a prerequisite to understanding what we are about and why we believe we are the world forum and leading show for the industry. Just to give you some idea about the facts and the figures, it's a trade show with a cycle of 3 years, so next happening in June 14th to 18th. In Frankfurt 2021 in Frankfurt, Germany, 150,000 attendees and 3,700 exhibitors from 150 countries around the world for 5 days in one location here in Frankfurt creates endless possibility and makes us a true world forum for the process industries. If we look at who's coming, who are these 150,000 people, first thing I would like to highlight is that these are not daily entries, but real people that on average stay 1.9 days at ACHEMA to really dive in deep and look at the facts and the exhibition. So almost 2 days of interaction with exhibitors and among the visitors. And beyond just solution providers and decision makers that are very important to us, there's also a lot of experts around. Experts who are in their field, preparing the next decisions, next steps to take in their technology choices. So there's a lot of engineering, 60,000 engineers on site, 20,000 operational experts, and roughly 20,000 natural scientists from chemistry, physics, and other fields at ACHEMA, which makes ACHEMA quite a hotspot for the process industries. If you look at the companies that are sending delegations, we are and proud of to be a strong hotspot for the chemical and pharmaceutical industry as two of the largest industries within the process industry sector, but also we're strong on energy technologies and environmental technologies. Having a look at the chemical industry, from the 50 largest chemical companies in the world, the smallest of that list being Clarion, still a large player, 43 of them sent delegations to ACHEMA 28. And if you look at pharma, it's 26 of 28 pharmaceutical companies with revenues greater than 10 billion euros per year in 2018. And that's just the top, the large corporations. There's a strong field, of course, of other large companies, as well as small and medium enterprises, service partners, and consultants, of course. All in all, a true hotspot for the process industries. And it's quite a colorful setup we have. It's covering 135,000 square meters of exhibition area, basically all of the Frankfurt trade show grounds. And we've structured it in traditionally 11 exhibition groups, the Digital Hub being the 12th exhibition group we've added this year. Starting from engineering, research, innovation, mechanical and thermal processes, automation, pharma packaging, everything the process industry needs to do research, develop new products, and bring them into the market and produce them at large scale and in great quality. Everything you need for that you can find at ACHEMA. So we also believe for today's challenges, it's important to not be focused on any single one topic, but instead offer a large cross-industry melting pot where people can find everything they need and look beyond the traditional industry boundaries for new solutions that they may have not thought of it before. Why do we believe it's important to be a world forum and bring such a colorful variety of exhibition and people together in one place? Well, it's our core belief and our understanding and our mission to bring people together with each other with new technology to create new ideas and start up collaboration in order to help the process industry and our whole of society and the environment to continue on a path of sustainable development. Our mission at ACHEMA thus being inspiring sustainable connections. Connections that are geared at helping sustainable development, but also being more sustainable because they share this common experience of a trade show with all its features and aspects that are truly inspiring and building connections that last beyond that particular day. Talking about sustainable development, many of these new features would not be possible without digitalization. Digitalization has become a strong driver at ACHEMA over the past couple of years. There were two major issues we had when looking at how we want to do the next step at digitalization. For one thing, every exhibition group had its new digital features, but there was no common ground, no central gathering place to tie it all together. And also, if you talk about digital solutions, the IT companies really had trouble connecting to ACHEMA because they did not know which of the 11 exhibition groups would be perfectly for them. And to be honest, none of them were extremely perfect. So we had this vision of creating a digital hub that serves a couple of purposes. First of all, be open to inviting the digital companies and the IT companies and the infrastructure providers that are needed to make digitalization happen in the process industry to ACHEMA and give them a dedicated space where they can have their own exhibition group. But also go beyond that, because digitalization is not just in the digital hub. All of ACHEMA is moving towards digitalization in some way or another. So it is also important for us to spotlight all digital showcases that we have at ACHEMA already and tie them together in one concept. Third step being, it's a learning journey. It's a journey on the path towards digitalization. So it's really important to facilitate learning and networking among visitors in not just a dialogue with exhibitors and visitors, where it's always about a prospective client-supplier relationship, but also allow for best practice sharing among peers and peer group presentations and dialogue to make progress on digitalization and exchanging ideas on how to solve certain problems and issues. Last but not least, this meant creating a central campfire for digitalization of the process industries that would serve across ACHEMA all these needs described and draw the crowd in, so to speak, learn about digitalization and the new digital solutions coming available, but also being geared up with the information about digital solutions all across ACHEMA, and then going back out with a clear focus on where to go to and which suppliers to get in touch with. We didn't start our journey by ourselves. We had our vision, but it also became very clear we can't and we shouldn't do it alone. So in order to develop a perfect concept, we invited people from the digital ecosystem to come in and join us by giving us their insights and their opinions on how to build this digital hub at ACHEMA to make it really worthwhile. And we're really happy to have drawn a crowd of small players, large players in the IT sector, but also representatives of the traditional exhibition groups, some market players like Deloitte and Accenture from a consultancy perspective, which gave us really good insights into how to draft this concept. And talking of which, here it is. This is just a rough sketch of a floor plan of a trade show where you see aisles and stands and exhibition area. And I'm not going to talk too much about the gray exhibition area just now, but talk about the three colorful features we added to make this concept deliver on the vision. The first one being a really great center stage program for 200, 300 people where we can really highlight the transformative and technological issues behind digitalizing the process industries, and adding some networking features around it so people get in touch and can exchange ideas and get in contact. So that's one of the obvious features of the digital hub. Also, another obvious feature is just the dark blue part, digital innovation zone. This is going to be a zone where we're going to have prepackaged exhibition stands that are allowing for easy entrance into the digital hub, be it for small or medium enterprises, mature startups, but also for exhibitors across ACHEMA that have their main stand in one exhibition group, but also want to participate in the digital hub with their digital portfolio to have a convenient and easy option to display their features in that digital innovation zone. I will get into that later on with more information. Last but not least, the concept that really pushes this beyond a classical exhibition are the access points that you see in magenta at the corners. The feedback we got from the roundtable was that we need to provide areas for use cases, and not just single use cases, but also interlinked use cases that build up a chain. How can you develop the perfect digital twin of your plan that will help you in operations, but also in maintenance, and facilitate all the processes along this line in an IT infrastructure? How do you make the pieces of a puzzle come together, fit in with each other, and fit in with your existing systems? So we decided to go into very large functional hot topics, going from engineering all the way through operations to have one hashtag on engineering and operations, but also logistics and supply chain management is another great functional area. You think about pharma packaging, cooling chains, etc., where digitalization can play a great part. And then beyond that, we decided to add two more access points for hot topics, one being cybersecurity, often overlooked or undermanaged, but really important to assure that the digital future for the process industry is really tangible and in sight. And the fourth and final one being data integration and management. One of the most pressing issues in the process industry currently is how to choose the right data model and how to integrate everything so it fits in nicely. So what is an access point and why should you care? The access points really serve as a gathering point for the people who are from these fields. If you're in engineering and operations and visiting ACHEMA and you want to learn more about digitalization, the access point for engineering and operations is the place to be. Because all access points will have two main features. One being an expert stage with a 5-day program on top of the center stage, which just about digital solutions, best practices, lessons learned in the sphere of that access point. So experts have a place to go, have a place to learn, have a place to network and exchange ideas with solution providers, with the OT field, with the IT field. And also on the other half of the access point, there's an overview exhibition to get you started. ACHEMA, our mother organization, which is one of the largest research organizations in chemical engineering in the world, basically, partners up with other players to provide a neutral exhibition where you can see what's going on currently in the discussion around digitalization in that respective field. What are the solutions? What are the standards? What are the issues? What are the common problems? This is to get everybody started on the same page and help them with an overview that is not biased in being from one exhibitor or the other, but rather showcasing the issue and facilitating learning as such. I've talked about the hashtags for these access points, and another key feature of these access points is that these access points will serve as hashtags for the entire portfolio across ACHEMA. So any exhibitor in any hall, and I know there's many of you right now in the webinar, can hashtag their digital solutions to that access point, and they will be found either via the info desk in the access point, in the catalog that we publish just before the trade show, or in the digital app, where you can see, oh, I'm an industrial service provider, I have a predictive maintenance solution. My exhibition stand is in Hall 9.1 as part of engineering exhibition, but I'm using the hashtag operations and engineering to get everybody to come check it out who's into digitalization. Last but not least, to facilitate learning, we're going to provide guided tours on that topic through the Digital Hub, showcasing the solutions that are really helping along that journey from the exhibitors in place. This, of course, is COVID-19 situation permitting. From today's point of view, we believe we will be able to do it, but there may be a situation where it's not prudent to gather large crowds for a short period of time for certain exhibitions. The Digital Innovation Zone, as mentioned, it's a community stand with a very open floor plan. You have a STELA stand, pre-packaged, turnkey, delivered on Sunday afternoon. All you have to do is plug in your laptop computer and provide the branded graphics in advance, and you're ready to go. It's an efficient full service package and hassle-free. It includes power, the media package, the visitor flat rate, cleaning, security, the works. We believe this is a really tidy package for either spin-off exhibitions, as mentioned, for main exhibitors in other halls to be present in the Digital Hub with their digital portfolio, or small and medium-sized enterprises or mature startups that have new solutions, innovative solutions to showcase in the Digital Hub, but do not want to go through all the works of setting up a stand by themselves. All that for an all-inclusive rate of 7,900 euros turnkey. So where is it going to be? It's going to be in the new Hall 12.1, which you find in the bottom left corner of the floor plan of the trade show. Well, beyond that being the most modern hall that is in Frankfurt Trade Show, there's other cool features within it. First of all, the Digital Hub will be embedded in the mechanical processes exhibition, which by itself is very digital in its nature. It will be located right next to the portal house entrance, where most of the visitors arriving by car enter the trade show. It's going to be just around the corner from Hall 11, the green area you see, where all the automation exhibitors like Siemens and ABB and all the others will be exhibiting the automation solutions, which is very often very closely tied to digital solutions and digitizing the plant. So there's a lot of traffic around digitalization in that part of a trade show anyways. And to continue that, you see in the top left corner of a bluish area in Hall 9.1, this is the engineering division, where we also have lots of digital solutions and engineering partners displaying their showcases. So the left side of a trade show is really the place where you want to locate a digital hub to create as much traffic as you can around digitalization for the process industries. The other halls are very well connected as well. You see the grayish structure being a via mobile with walkways, and not included are all the shuttle buses that connect the hallways and the halls with each other. So we believe this is a perfect place to get started with the Digital Hub and grow from there. All in all, 2,200 square meters to start, including all the exhibition spaces, the access points, and the center stage. All these features, but standard prices. Of course, it's a new exhibition group, and we've added all these features. What we truly believe, this is a value-added service for all of ACHEMA, so this does not affect stand prices at all. It's the standard rates as we have all across ACHEMA. You can see these in the right-hand corner. It starts with 341 euros per square meter for aisle stands along the hall walls. And there's surcharges of 20% for going into central aisle stands, or going up to an island or corner stand. It's 40% surcharge. Not including a media package, it's a small fee of 395 euros, and a visitor flat rate depending on the square meters you book, which allows for unlimited access of your guests for free into the trade show, to really allow you to invite your guests and your employees as well to visit the trade show. There's a special tariff for young companies, startups not older than 6 years. Independent of placement, it's 216 euros per square meters. Stands, by the way, starting at 12 square meters and up. If you want to plan your stand and check out what the prices and the cost would be, I recommend checking out the ACHEMA calculator, which you can find via the link in green at the bottom left. If you want to go into more detail, have a look at the application documents that are going to be linked in the pink segment. So to sum up, final chart, 5 good reasons for digital players or companies already exhibiting at ACHEMA to join the Digital Hub. First of all, it's our true belief and our experience that IT decisions and digital solutions are no longer just taken by IT departments. They've arrived at the shop floor, they've arrived at operations and engineering. The engineers and the experts are the guys calling the shots on the next digital moves. They're the guys having to do the learning and the implementation. So the ACHEMA crowd of visitors is really the place where you want to connect with your digital portfolio to grow from there. And ACHEMA is actually the perfect place to start because it's not a greenfield show where you start from scratch, building up a new show for this. You're well connected into 3,700 exhibitors from 55 countries in the entire trade show. Very well connected to also operational technology, which is really important to making digitalization happen. So the perfect setting to get started with your digital portfolio. And I've talked about experts visiting the ACHEMA, and this is really something where you can get yourself challenged, dive in deep into discussions, stand your ground, show where you're at, and thereby convincing people, inspiring people, building up trust and building a relationship that you will need across your common digitalization journey. So many exhibitors, and we're really happy about this fact, and make it really easy to show your best, is to really highlight the technology in your showcases by bringing in machinery, starting from lab installations that are really impressive, all the way to a pharma packaging street of 60 meters. People really go all out to impress the ACHEMA crowd, and all of us, we really appreciate that, and we hope this is a spirit that we can transfer to the Digital Hub as well. Last but not least, plug and play like never before. Of course, tapping into ACHEMA means that you can tap into the process industry on a global level. It's not a trade show where it's industry but not really specific. It's not just about digitalization. Here you can reach really the crowd that you need to reach on a global scale and across industries. So get ready for the unexpected. We hope we can welcome you at ACHEMA in 2021. Of course, you're going to have lots of questions beyond the few slides that I just showed you. Here's my contact details. I'm Head of Business Development and Sales, and the Digital Hub is my baby. So please feel free to contact me anytime with all the questions you may have after this webinar. But also my understanding, Marlene, is that we had some questions in the chat as well already.
Indeed, Andreas, we did. We have lots of registered exhibitors for the upcoming ACHEMA, and they want to know if they have a product in the field of digitalization, but it doesn't fit the hashtags 100%. Are they at the right place?
Of course they are. The hashtags just serve as a function of highlighting certain issues to allow a deeper dive. Of course, you can't do that for all the facets that involve digitalization of the process industry. But the Digital Hub is geared at and should be and will be the place for digital solutions that help the process industries along the journey. That's the criteria, and if your product fits into that category, you're a perfect match.
And if I already have booked my stand at ACHEMA and I really would like to take part in the Digital Hub, but I don't have the manpower for a second booth, what are my options to present my company?
Well, as said, we set up the Digital Hub as a service all across ACHEMA. So there's many more options beyond exhibiting. First of all, what you should really consider is inviting your employees to participate in the Digital Hub as visitors, because they also have a learning journey that can benefit from participating. Second of all, to display your own portfolio, there will be extra catalog entries for the digital solutions part. The Digital Hub as a 12 exhibition group is going to add to that catalog. And if you have a digital portfolio, it'll be very easy for you to map your solutions in those catalog entries. So people looking for certain digital solutions will find you as one of the exhibitors offering these solutions. Second of all, to go beyond that, you could also consider adding yourself to the Digital Hub by adding another profile entry, which basically will look on paper like if you're part of the exhibition group Digital Hub, but with a stand number in some other hall where you're really located with your main stand. So this will help you be associated with the Digital Hub without actually setting up a second stand. Last but not least, if you have something to show and something to tell, send me an email, pitch your presentation. We're not selling the slots for presentations. We're giving it away on a merit basis. So if you have a convincing case and you want to contribute to one of the access points of a center stage program, pitch your ideas, send me an email, and we'll have a look into it.
Okay, and a question more from a visitor's perspective. The Digital Hub sounds quite, well, special and a little bit exclusive. If I want to visit it, do I have to register again a second time, or is it included in my general entry ticket for ACHEMA?
This is for everybody. It's all included. It's open access. It's nothing special in that sense, but it is our way of trying to tackle this digitalization issue as a cross-sector issue and doing something for the ACHEMA community, which is indeed special. So feel free and feel invited, and it's no extra charge.
Excellent. So, dear participants, if you have any questions, you have Andreas' contact, so just drop him a line. For today, we thank you very much for attending this seminar. We are looking forward to meeting you at the Digital Hub at ACHEMA or anywhere else at ACHEMA 2021. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day.